Hello everyone, we are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are now in part 9 of this I Like Ike series, and I've yet to even really consider Ike, but I'm gonna make this promise to you. This is going to be, well, as promise, I'll qualify the word promise maybe just a little bit, but the whole idea here of this entire series was to end the series on Ike. And if you take a look at my other sort of collections of Let's Plays, it's always, almost always, I think there's one exception, but almost always on part 9 of the little mini-series that I end up fulfilling that particular idea. And clearly, this is going slower than I planned. So this being part 9, my whole idea is actually this was going to be the last one, and it's not. But here's my pseudo promise. I have 2 contracts left to do on the surface of the moon. We'll get to these very, very shortly. Regardless of where this video ends up or where this stream ends up, at the end of this, I promise to finish off the rest of it between now and the stream next week. And then next week, I will be starting on the Ike thing, one way or the other. Now, I'm going to qualify that with just one little proviso, and that is, if something unexpected happens that turns into something interesting that I suspect that you would want to see the conclusion of, then I will do that conclusion. But if everything goes well, if all this turns into is I just do these 2 landings and then all I got to do is get these folks back to Kerbin, which you have seen me do in previous streams, then that's what I'm going to do between the 2 streams, and we'll start with Ike. So I'm like 95% sure next stream, part 9, we're going to start with designing our Ike mission, hopefully get that thing rolling. So anyway, on to the next, a pinky promise, says Bravos. I would call that a pinky promise, yes. But, well, I think if something interesting was happening and it kind of left on a cliffhanger that people would like to see the conclusion of, I think people would rather probably see the conclusion of. We'll see how this goes. But anyway, on to the contracts. These are the 2 contracts I have left before I want to head off to Ike. One is to land Michael O to Moon R5B, where he has to do some repairs. There's actually nothing for him to do. The way that these contracts work from Kerbal Academy is you just have to have this particular engineer in the vicinity of the probe for 2 minutes, and then this contract gets settled. So that's that one. And then my other one, another Kerbal Academy one, Field Science. This one I need to have Bob Kerman aboard. I do have Bob Kerman aboard. And I'm interested, why is, okay, never mind, I understand. Don't worry, I'm being distracted. Bob Kerman is in green because he is aboard. Michael Kerman is not in green because he's not at Mooner 5B yet. That's what I was getting to. But anyway, we need to collect some science from the moon's canyons. And so that is that. So we're going to, let's take a look at which one of the, we're going to just do it. We got our lander. We're sitting here in orbit about the moon. Michael O and Bob are already in the lander. I have fueled up said lander. And yeah, we're ready to go. So let's, oh my goodness. Okay, let's find that landers. There we go. So it's the Mooner 5B. So here's our orbit. That is Mooner 5. That is the Mooner 5B right there. So that is actually coming up. So that might work out pretty well. So we'll set that as a target. And then we will also land in the canyon. So I'm going to open up ScanSat. So we got Mooner 5B coming up pretty soon from where we are. Looking at this map, Mooner 5B's got, actually I can get Mooner 5B's exact position on here. I'll do that very shortly. But these are canyons up here, if I'm not mistaken, above this crater. So it looks like that's coming up too. These are canyons, right? These are canyons. This is a vertical canyon here. There's actually 2 canyons on the moon. One is this vertical canyon running this way, or vertical, north-south. It's not really vertical, of course. And the other one is an east-west canyon. Oh, it's somewhere else on this map. You know, I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to go for this one. So anyway, what I'm going to show you, let's put this aside just really, really, really briefly. We're going to land at Mooner 5B right now. So what I'm going to show you is how I can get Mooner 5B to show up easily on this little map without anything else showing up around it. And I can use Waypoint Manager to help me out. So I'm going to open up Waypoint Manager, another mod to help you, well, manage waypoints. And it has this ability here for you to add waypoints. And so you can add waypoints in a variety of different ways. But one of them is just to put in the latitude and longitude. I'm going to call this waypoint Lunar 5B. And you can get the latitude and longitude. There it is right there. I can see it. It's 2 degrees, 37 minutes and 28 seconds south, and 24 degrees, 28 minutes and 6 seconds west. Unfortunately, this has to be in decimals. For those people that don't know, well, there's 60 minutes in a degree and then 60 seconds in a minute. So if you want to convert this number into decimals, you take the 37 divided by 60, add on to that 28 divided by 60 twice, or 3600, add those two decimals together, add that to 2, and that gets you what the latitude is as a decimal, and negative means to the south. So it is, and I already worked it out, by the way, it is 2.6244. And I'm noticing that 5 is kind of hanging around. You know what I'll do? I'll just put a bunch of 4s, because it actually was 4 repeated. And then the 24 degrees, 28 minutes, 6 seconds west is negative is west. So it is 24 point, and that 14683. And again, I worked these out ahead of time. I'm not doing this in my head. And again, the 3's repeated, so I'm just going to do that. I'm noticing the 1's hanging around. And we can put the waypoint right at the terrain height, and notice there it is. There's our waypoint. So I can apply that, and I can save that, and now that waypoint is here for me to see. If I click this little button, that waypoint will show up on my Navball and show up when I'm in vessel view too. But it also should be now on, I think, maybe I need to refresh this map. I should see it now on here. There it is. Maybe it was there before and I just didn't notice it. But there it is right there. So what we need to do, I don't know what the terrain is around there. Get out a little mini map. So these are the Midlands. I have no idea. You know what? I'm not going to bother with doing this for science. I got no idea whether this is a biome I've landed in before. I've only done a 3. But I can tell here, these are the lowlands where I was. This is the northwest crater, and this is the east crater. So I don't think I've been in the Midlands. So I think this is going to work out pretty well. So what we need to do is time warp. Hello, Wolfie. Welcome. Hello, Clay. Hello, Bravos. Hello, Jolly. Hello, Dan. And hello to anyone I might have missed in all of that while I was doing my introductory stuff. So let's do the time warping here. And I'm thinking, oh no. I'm looking at this waypoint. And again, the blue is predicting where our next orbit's going to be. So it's definitely going to be coming up here. Let's see. We'll get ourselves at about the halfway point. No, not the next. Sorry, one more orbit after this. One more orbit. You can see how close the blue orbit's coming to our waypoint there. So now I'm just going to bring our station to the halfway point. Actually, probably, let me think about this. No, right about here. Let's undock. Let's get this done. So I'll tuck that there, tuck that there, tuck that there, tuck that there. And we are going to undock. And I think I got this all set. I think I got this all set to go, hopefully. So undock and get onto our lander. So yes, Michael and Bob are aboard. They're going to be our crew for both of these two missions. We're leaving Alec. Alec P is being left behind. Oh yeah, I need to activate our reaction wheels. Control and toggle that torque. There we go. Okay. Actually, let's just back away a little bit. Is it? Yeah. There we go. So I don't end up accidentally docking with it again. All right, so yeah, this is our little lander. I have stripped off all the extra parts that were stuck to it. You might recall this from the last stream. These are parts we were using to fix that rover, and they've been reattached to our runabout to head us back home so that we can take those back. I've also emptied out the cargo in these containers here, because you might recall all that extra weight last time kind of got me. It was a little close for getting these folks back, so I don't want to be that close again. The only cargo is I put in one repair kit in case I break something, and it doesn't weigh very much. I think it's like 50 kilograms or something. Oh, it's not even that. It's 5 kilograms. And I even took out Bob and Michael's parachutes to save that weight, so they only have their EVA packs. Okay, so what we need to do, we're going to be burning retrograde in just a little bit, so we're going to do a little bit of a proper avoidance maneuver by pointing ourselves prograde. Wow, that's prograde. Okay. Let's see here. Put on RCS. Nope, other way and forward. I don't think I'm going to hit anything. So a little bit of RCS will get us moving in that direction over there. Let's right the ship, as it were. And now I want to time warp to where I'm going to do the descent. Let me make sure they got 5 days of food, water, and oxygen, 12 years of nitrogen. I think they're all ready. I think they're ready to go. So let's get to where we're going to do this descent. I'm going to turn off those. Oh, did I lose my target? Might have. Oh, you know what I can also do? Rather than finding the target that way, you can find the target with Kerbal Engineer here. Where is it? Landers, Lunar 5B. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we're going to get up here. Now, this is a moon landing. Like, I'm going to get about a third of an orbit ahead here and then push it onto the retrograde. But I should be, because of my maneuver, the station should be behind me. There it is. See? Okay. Oh, activate engines. Activate. 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 And activate. Oh. Activate. So that's 4. There we go. And we'll just do this eyeball-y like here. Let's... Can I get rid of that text? Yes. Okay. Let's see if we can do this descent with some expediency and some and also some what's the word I'm looking for? And also some efficiency at the same time. If you okay, so let's see. Rewrite this. Oh, let's put this on free so that the ground's below me. I always find that helps. What am I? There we go. Spinning all around. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So I got a heading and a destination there. So that all helps. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. All right, let's get down there. Now I can see that I got to come a little bit, according to this, a little bit towards... I guess that's to the east. I need to pull my trajectory, so I should probably deal with that before I get too far. So the best place to do that is halfway between your ascending and descending. No, about a quarter of the way to where you're going. So about there, and I need to put this on to the east, which is this way. Positive normal, is that making sense? According to my right-hand rule, it should be negative normal I should be burning. I need to pull it. Yeah. Okay, let's see what this does. So I'm just going to pull the trajectory so it's just over that way. No, that's I was right the first time. Positive normal. Okay, other way. Should have been trusting east and west, not my silly. There it goes. So that's going right over the waypoint. Beautiful. I don't need this anymore. Back on the retrograde you go. Roll that. So the blue is up. To send our landing gear. All right. Oh, and I can see my waypoint down there. So all this stuff, I really like having this. And I'm going to quick save again. I always quick save before landings because I get nervous. I don't want... There's something. Something's on the surface. So again, the whole... We're going to collect the science that we can. But our whole mission is really just about getting Michael to be nearby that rover. And then... Alright, I'm going to get above here just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put this onto the horizon here. And all I'm going to do now is just want to start to... Now notice I'm getting the... This I didn't have turned on. This little red cross, or little red target, is coming from Kerbal Engineer. And it is a... where your predicted impact site is going to be. Which is great. But I want to keep it a little short right now, or a little long actually. There we go, that looks pretty good. I find that really helps. I wish I had it turned on last time. Okay, so let's put this on surface, not target. Oh, I guess it's probably the same. We are 40 kilometers away, still have 480 meters per second of surface velocity. We got an altitude of 11 kilometers. All right. So I think we're going to be okay. And we should also, once we get close, see the red target coming from Kerbal Engineer, which will help us put it on land as close as we can to our target here. Also got to watch my vertical speed. It is reasonably high, so maybe I should pitch a little bit here. Let's start losing some velocity, some more velocity to shed here. Yeah, I'm losing a little bit of vertical speed too. I need to come a little this way. Still got just under 7 kilometers, so I think I'm doing okay as far as altitude goes. I think I need to knock off more speed though. Sorry, where's the... Okay. Sure, I thought I'd be seeing... Oh, there it is. I saw the little red. I can barely see the... There's a hint of red there, if you can see it. That's showing where the target is. So that looks like our landing spot, which honestly I think I might kind of just ride this down. I do not have... No. Okay, so I'm just gonna... I don't want to come down too hard though. I do have to be a little careful. Maybe come like this. So I got a lot of velocity. Let's start shedding velocity. I'm getting nervous. Not gonna do the ultimate... There, I can move that red spot around. I like that. Not going to do the big suicide burn, as it were. Boy, that red spot thing is great. Okay, what's the altitude? 1.5 kilometers. Shed some more velocity. I like that spot. I'm going to try and... Can't watch too many things, though. I don't want to crash. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's good. Not quite as close as I think it is. Now I'm looking at it, but that's okay. Let's just put her down. Slow. Okay. Nicey nice. We're down. Maybe a little rougher. Oh, wow. I'm not... Is that... I can't tell. Let's turn the waypoint off. I don't need... Actually, I can delete the waypoint. I certainly don't need it anymore. Oh, 150... I thought that said 1,000. 115 meters. I'm not going to complain about that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the rule here is simply we need to EVA Michael. We should be doing science too. Should be checking that. Oh no! Oh no! I forgot. Okay, the science will be limited. And the reason why the science is limited is because I stripped all the good science off of this thing to put on the rover, and I never recovered it. So we have not a whole lot of science we can do. Okay, that's all right. Okay. RCS on. Let's get over there. Oh, he doesn't have any RCS. Oh, for frick's sakes. He has no monopropellant because of that dopey glitch. It's easy to fix, though. All you gotta do... grab him, grab them. Take the pack, put it in inventory, take it back out, and suddenly he has, yep, his monopropellant. Or his EVA fuel. That's a Kerbalism thing. Make sure to plant a flag and do the EVA report. I will make sure definitely to do those things and collect a surface sample too. But right first, I'm going to get Michael over here. He's going to go investigate this rover. And again, he doesn't really have to... Oh, we're already close enough. I'm just noticing that. The timer's already going down. We're already under a minute. We're almost done. But we'll go take a look at the rover anyway. Might as well. Okay, so this, or not a rover, the lander. I was already close enough being when we landed, so this is definitely close enough. We only got about 30 seconds left to do. This was a land and return thing, so it landed. Oh, that's why we don't have a lot of science to collect. We wouldn't have had a lot of science to collect anyway, because this thing did it. But it collected a bunch of science. It put it all into a little science care package that was here at the top. That left and went back to Kerbin, and I'm assuming was recovered. I honestly can't remember, but yeah, whatever. It's a done thing. It has nothing to do, but for some reason we're repairing it, and it is done. There we go. So that contract is complete. And what that contract gets you, by the way, these Kerbal Academy contracts that come from the Kerbal Academy contract pack, is they give the Kerbals experience. That is what they do. Okay. So, we'll bring Michael aboard. Now, you know what? I'm going to leave him out for a little bit. Okay. And we'll go get Bob. Whoops, Bob. And actually, we should try and be quick, too, because the quicker we are, the less we end up coming out of beneath the orbit of the station, and the cheaper it'll be for us to return. So we'll try and do this quickly. Okay, so this is... I'm thinking landing 3. So this is the Twitch 4. Landing 3 for this lander. And it is Bob and Michael. Okay. And we can do a surface sample and an EVA report. That should be at least some science. And actually, while Bob is doing that, do we have Moonstone? I went through a bit of a Moonstone fiasco last time. There's one of the craters that I had some fun with the rover, but I'm pretty sure somebody mentioned in the comments for that stream, I don't think a Kerbal can get anything out of this. I think you need to have a rover with one of those scanning arms for that. But what I really need, is this one here? This is one here. These little rocks, we should be able to collect. Oh my gosh, right here. So I don't know which way that is. Looks like it's to the north of us. Okay, so we'll check that out. How's Bob doing? Bob is done. Okay. Bob has collected his stuff. What we'll do is we'll store that in here. And store it. Wait, all I gotta do, transfer, what do you, oh my gosh, science, transfer data, there we go. Okay, and then we're gonna go see if I can take a look at that rock. Is he stuck? Oh my gosh! What did I talk, oh, wait, see that is, Bob just blew up. Bob just somehow glitched with the ladder and blew up. Those are the kind of things about why I quick save. So I'm going to throw this one. You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to throw this one to the chat. Should I... Because honestly, that was a Kraken thing. That wasn't anything I did wrong. But, oh no, but then I can't do this you know what? Maybe that's the thing to do. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign to say, forget this contract. Should I say, goodbye, Bob. Sorry, there was a freak accident. Bob is now dead. Be honest, the rover's on its side, or the lander's on its side too, so we're not done yet. And just live with it, or should I revert? The revert would be shortly, while I do this to make my life worse. The revert would be shortly before the, I can get this out, shortly before the landing, when I did do a quick save. So, people in the chat, just let me know. It's not going to be a formal count here. Here's the question. I'm seeing no and I'm seeing yes, and I did a lot of talking. So, should I leave Bob to be dead? That's the question. Should Bob be dead? I'm seeing revert, F5, revert. Okay. If that's what people want, that's what I'm gonna go with the chat on this one. What am I do? Well, then probably doesn't matter. Revert. I'm seeing a lot of reverts. Okay. Bob should live. Bob should live. Okay, okay, so what we're gonna do, F9. Bob's gonna live. Bob is gonna live. The chat has spoken. Okay, so here we are. Okay. Now, I still have Mooner 5 selected. The waypoint manager. Let's put that back on again. There's our waypoint. Waypoint manager. I'm just getting back to the state that I was at. Oh, there's the waypoint. I see it. Okay, so that is that. We'll put our contracts back. And we do this landing. I'll try and do it quick. I was kind of proud of that previous landing too, so I'm a little bit annoyed. I thought that landing went really well. Oh my gosh. It's there we go. Okay, where are we at? Okay. Okay, and let's show where the impact is. All right. Do another quick save a little closer this time. The one thing that would have happened if Bob died is that writes off this second contract, because the second contract requires Bob. Okay, let's see here. So again, I'm pitching up a little bit just to control that vertical velocity number. I don't want that to get you know, I don't want it to get too large in the negative direction. But I do think I need to kill off horizontal speed here a lot. So you can control that vertical velocity with pitch. Let's see let's put that on surface. There we go. Okay, I need to be this way, and I need a lot more speed. A lot more speed. I might be overshooting here. Oh boy. Need to kill that horizontal speed. Killing horizontal speed. Oh, I see the red dot coming. I might be overshooting just... Well, maybe not. I see that red dot. I see the red dot. I was just watching the red dot. That's all I was doing. Now I'm going pretty much straight down. We're just going to go straight down now. Okay, what's my speed? Left that a little late. But I think I think I'm going to be closer. Okay. I'm a kilometer up. Let's start slowing down here. Slow down a lot more. There we are. Boink. Back down. How'd I do? Waypoint manager. Delete that node. Delete that waypoint, I mean. I'm a little further this time. That's okay. I can live with it. Now, am I close enough? No. So, again, Michael has to come out. Maybe as soon as Michael comes out... Oh, turn off the targety thing. Oh, Michael's close enough, so I'm not going to fly over to the rover. The countdown has started, but what I will do is get out Bob and do that. EVA. Quick save again. That's probably a good idea. Quick saving is never a bad idea, though that was a really weird glitch. I'm not even sure. Bob got kind of stuck on the ladder, and then I let go, and then he just went poof. But I will follow people's advice. Let's see here. Plant flag. This is the Twitch 4 landing 3, and again this is Bob and Michael. Oh, experiencing deja vu. Bob's like, how do you spell deja vu? Deja vu, like that, I think. Anyway, whatever. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Bob and Michael are like, didn't we just do this? What's going on here? And Bob's like, shouldn't I be dead? Okay, so how's this contract? We got 30 seconds here on, whoops, that's the lander. I'm trying to find Michael. There he is. 20 seconds now on Michael. Okay, contract is again complete. So that is now complete. Michael has gained some experience. Like if we look down here now, there should be a special experience. Somewhere, I thought, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh my gosh! Sheepers creepers! Okay, that's it. I'm not touching that ladder no more. Michael seems to have experienced or survived that experience, but that is it. There is something up with that ladder. I am not touching the ladder. So what we're gonna do? Where's our? It's the flag. It's the rover there. 1. Ladder, go away. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Oh, he has no EVA propellant, of course. Oh, shoot. He's got to run back. I was going to fly. Oh, shoot. Yeah, no, we can make this work. Oh, my gosh. This is turning into like a nightmare. Get a new ladder. Get a new ladder. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm retracting that ladder. And then we're going to fly up to the hatch. I'm not touching. I'm going to try not to touch that ladder. I am holding shift right now, believe it or not. But I don't want to time warp given how glitchy the surface physics is right now. If I time warp, I'm really worried when I stop time warping, this thing is going to go, the lander is going to go for a fly. So this is as fast. This is as fast as Michael goes. Okay, but I do have to get some EVA propellant into that EVA pack. Okay, stop. Michael. Inventory. Inventory. Okay, and he should have... Yes. Up we go. Okay. So, very gingerly. Oh, my goodness sakes. That, I think, was me. I'll take ownership of that one. Try this again. In. Board. Okay. Michael, in the meantime, or Bob, sorry, in the meantime, should be done his EVA reports. Yep. He probably also does not have any propellant in there. Nope. Nope. So we're going to try the same thing. I'm going to do a quick save before Bob tries. Oh, shoot. I left it. That doesn't work. I left it in the ship. Bring it back. There we go. So that should give him propellant. Quick save. All right. Wow, this is turning into... He's off? Okay, again, we're just going to try and grab here. Oh, or Bob, the veteran. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay. So that is that. Okay, now, what we got to do is get back to the station. And the station, of course, is in this polar orbit. And because that went all actually pretty quickly, I got to go to the south. Let's just get her done. So south, I don't know which way south. So we're gonna go up. That way south. And just gonna burn. Get off of this place. Cut that. And what I've been finding works really well is now that I don't need a lot of thrust, just tearing off 2 of those engines. And we still have 167. What am I thinking about with it? You know, I think I underbuilt this lander. I really think I underbuilt this lander. Last time I was blaming it on maybe coming down like I don't know. Maybe coming down from the polar orbit costs more than I think it does. But I only have 167 meters per second left. I don't really think that's going to cut it when it comes to... I mean, they'll get into orbit, but I'm not convinced they'll be able to get back to the station. I really don't want to do another pickup. So I think this lander's just underbuilt. I have to go back to when I... But this is its 3rd landing, and I don't remember having any trouble with the first one. And the first one landed with all of that EVA. All this inventory is here for all of that EVA deployable science stuff. I really feel like I'm doing something wrong. What is its what resources does it have on it? How much time do I have to parry up? Oh, I'm only a minute away, but maybe I'm putting in a ton of resources that I wasn't before. Like maybe I didn't put in all this monopropellant. I could take out most of that monopropellant. Maybe that's what's doing it. Okay. Anyway, less talking, more getting ready. Where are we? Yeah. Maybe that's it. I don't need anywhere near this amount of monopropellant. It feels like I've added weight somehow. Maybe that's what I did. Is but 30 units of monopropellant maybe shouldn't be there. Okay, I'm going to do the burn. Nikki Tax is saying I didn't have that much propellant when I built it. That's what I'd have to do is go back to the stream where I did the build. Here, just keep it locked on prograde. go back to the stream where I locked the, or when I built it, and look at what's different. Because yeah, this thing did a landing from the station. Sorry, just gotta think about what I'm doing here. There we go. This thing did a landing from the station. Carrying all of that kind of surface deployable EVA equipment, and I don't remember having anywhere near this kind of problem before. So maybe it's the only thing I'm thinking about is the monopropellant. I mean, unless food and water and stuff cost. I like them to have that much food and water, though. I find it hard to believe I would have chinched on that. I don't know. I don't know, but either way, they are in orbit, so they're safe. They only have 31 meters. They can't do this on 31 meters per second. All right, we're going back to the station. We're going back to the station. We're doing this again. Oh my gosh. Do you think you want me to try it with mono? Yeah, I could try. I just don't. The thrusters are so weak. You know what? You're right. I did this lot, and I'm going back. We're going back. Going back. Going back. Changing my mind. Changing my mind. Going back to the Twitch 4. I agree. Let's try and see if we can do this with monopropellant. I have a ton of and if things go wrong, if it turns out to be a bad idea, I'll go give them the rescue. But let's see if they can get it back. Nikki Tax is saying it seems the same. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's me doing these precise landings. Maybe I really, really suck at them. But I thought that landing was pretty decent. I thought both landings were pretty decent. Okay. We're going to try and get back under our own steam. That's what we are going to try to do. Now, the first step in this is to get our orbits to match here at the ascending. Oh, shoot. I just put in a bunch of normal. I don't want that. 0. And every time I do that, I turn on the radiation belts. Okay. What I meant to do is just move that back. Oh, shoot. That's what I meant to do. What is my problem today? Okay. Oh, we're going to the south. That's not even the right... That's the right node. Oh, for goodness sakes. That's the one that's coming up next. Okay, prograde. So this is a 16 meter per second burn, or in about... Oh my gosh, this is really close. This is really close. I'm wondering if I can make this work. Looks like I might have gotten lucky. Oh, maybe they can do it. So I'm seeing a... Oh, I saw 5.3. Let's see if we can shrink that a little. Just happened to be getting a pretty happy encounter here that I think I can make work. I'm seeing a 1.6 kilometer separation. See if we can tweak that down. .3, 1.11. Let's go for that. 1 kilometer separation coming up here with this burn. It is a 25 meter per second burn. They have 31 meters per second left in the can. We're getting a 45 meter per second encounter speed, so that's going to be fun to do with RCS. What I think might be the better plan. Let's see. Okay, let's F5 and let's get closer to the node. I think I'm going to try and do this burn with RCS rather than, because it's the less time dependent of the thing as opposed to the rendezvous part. You had 801 DV last moon takeoff. Yeah, I don't know. I really got to go back over the stream. This thing has landed. That was its third landing, and the last two have been Getting back has been an adventure. And I don't understand why. Okay, we're going to try and see if we can do this with monopropellant. So I'm going to put on the R and just go like this. Problem is these... Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. Last week I was complaining about how overpowered these are. Suddenly now, that ain't a bad thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, now R. H. We have major thrust on this. Okay, I see Nikki Tax is saying I see the problem. Nothing a little finagling won't fix. Okay, I'm going to try it, but I just dramatically increased the thrust on these. I forgot I had those turned down so far. So I'm going to let myself get a lot closer here. Put this on maneuver. But I'm going to be able to do this with RCS, I think. Okay. H. Yeah. I got look at the plume coming off of them. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, I'm seeing some 1.5, 1.3, 1.0, 1.1 again. Okay, that's as close. We got a 1.08 kilometer separation coming up in 15 minutes, and I didn't use up... I only used up a tiny fraction of my monopropellant. So for the people that were suggesting, why not try doing this with monopropellant, thank you. This is going to work fine. This is going... The lower ones are at full. Okay, someone's saying increase the lower ones too, but the lower ones are actually at full thrust. They are the tiny little RCS thruster blocks that have 1/10 the power of the big ones. I prefer to use those on smaller craft because for translational maneuvers, these are way too powerful. Like they're stupidly powerful, and it's actually harder, I find. But this is gonna work. This is gonna work fine. All right. So I'm just looking here at my... I'm glad everybody convinced me. Okay. Where is our station above us? Hello, station. I probably could have done this last time now, too, now that I'm looking at it, but, oh well. That's okay. Bringing down that closest approach. Okay. Well, actually, that gives us some perspective because each of these, I think, is 1 kilonewton. So I think there's 4 kilonewtons of thrust coming from these RCS blocks, and the little twitch engines. What are the little twitch engines? I can't even remember. They're like, I can't remember. I think, yeah. I think I have a respectable thrust here. They're 20 kilonewtons each, the little twitch engines. So, okay, there's a lot more in the twitches. Wouldn't want to land with these, that's for sure, with RCS. That wouldn't work. We got this. We can do this whole thing just on RCS. There we go. Got a little bit of a pause there while it was rendering the station. You know, I was kind of worried about this bit, but you know, once I realized I could dramatically increase the thrust that I had, I think we were pretty golden. I'll just turn them down when we actually get to the docking part. You think he can land with RCS? Tell you what, I'm going to not give it a go. Why am I shutting down these engines? We're just going to head right back out again. Yes, we are. Why choose the Twitch engines? I like how small they are. Was really what it was. As opposed to the Terrier engine. Twitches are pretty good. I mean, I know they don't have the ISP that like the Terrier has, but they are a lot lighter. They have a pretty good thrust to mass ratio. And they're tiny, right? So you can fit landing gear around them. You can put the landing lights around them. I think it really had to do just with size. Though I know, but, you know, what actually goes through my brain at times, I don't know. Okay, I gotta slow down some more. You know, also is nice about this is I don't have to worry about ignitions and them failing. It's a nice lander, but I really want to figure out that I'm going to go back. I'm going to take a look at the stream. I'm going to take a look at the stream where I built it. And when I first, when it landed for the very first time, and figure out why now I'm suddenly having trouble. Because I don't... Let's get to the station here. Where are we coming in from? Somewhere. Where are we? Okay, am I blind or? Let's go back. We are, the moon's below us, so we're coming from below. There they are. Okay, so let's put her on this docking port then, right here. Yeah, this thing clearly has way more monopropellant than it needs. Because we did all of that just on monoprop. Let's time warp a little closer. Oh wait, that doesn't work. I'm using the thrust. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to switch to this other docking port. Control from there. Spin it all around. Where is my... There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Put this back on orbital view. Oh, it was on orbital view. There we go. Or it was on the... whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, and now I want to tweak down this thrust limiter again. Because now we're just docking. Put it back down to close to where it was. Okay. And now things are normal. Now things are normal. Oh, I see where the pro... Okay, there we go. Now we're heading to it. You can tell I don't have it as low as I did before because I can see the... Should be... Oh, but... Oh, I don't know. You know what? Forget it. I'm fiddling too much. Way too much fiddling. Way too much fiddling. But they got back. Got back. So what I'm thinking is I'll fill up the LFO tanks, top up food, water, and stuff like that. But then what I think I'll do is just leave the monopropellant where it is and see what kind of delta V I have. And see if that was why these guys were suddenly having trouble. But they're back. Oh. Alec is very happy. He's like, oh, good. I didn't have to. He was like, what? He had a movie going and everything. He's like, I don't want to watch. You know, he just sat down with the popcorn. And suddenly he gets the call that he has to go pick them up, and then suddenly it gets canceled, and he goes, thank goodness. And he just kept going with the movie. Okay. Walk. Come on. There we go. All right, so our ammonia tanks are almost empty. It would be a disaster, wouldn't it, to have empty ammonia tanks? Okay, so we are now docked. What we want to do is transfer our science. Where is the science thing? Because I have a tendency to forget that because I've collected now two moon samples, and I want to make sure that they are both in the vehicle that's heading back to Kerbin. They are. Okay, and now we're going to open up attack fuel balancer, and we're going to refuel this thing. And I'm thinking I'm just going to leave the monopropellant exactly where it is. So let's see here. We has food. It'll top up their food containers. They are vessel 7, so they didn't even have enough. They had still 90.9% of their fuel left. They are vessel 7 here. For liquid fuel, yep, we definitely want to have that. Give me that liquid fuel. That sweet, sweet liquid fuel. Okay. And nitrogen, we'll top up their nitrogen. Vessel 7 again. They do have a pretty large nitrogen container. I don't know if that can't nitrogen can't be that heavy, can it? Well, I guess it can be. You know what? Let's stop with the nitrogen. They clearly didn't use hardly any of it anyway. Again, oxidizer, definitely want that. See you, Kenley Khan, now. All right. Okay, and that, and oxidizer, oxygen. Again, vessel 7 here. So I don't have extra, you know, oxygen container. Monopropellant, I'm going to leave alone. I'm going to leave it, it's at 39% of its, I'm going to leave that exactly where it is. And water, we're going to fill up their water containers. And you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm really thinking that is a lot of nitrogen. And maybe I was thinking all the EVAs and stuff, but they hardly, I'm going to get rid of, I'm going to transfer out this nitrogen. And we're going to even time warp it a little bit. Like, I'm just seeing a really big number here for nitrogen. And I don't think I time warped. There we go. I don't think it's necessary. I'm just going to get rid of it. I have no idea why. I might have been something I was thinking was a good idea. I don't know. I don't know. I'm shedding weight any way I can. Seems like a good idea. Okay. All right, so nitrogen is out. These guys should be ready for another round. So let's open up ScanSat, and we're going to land in the canyons and finish off the final contract before heading off towards Ike. And where are we here? Here we are. Now I think I can put a waypoint right on there. So somewhere in there is where I want to be. Okay, I think that worked. It didn't work. I remember struggling with this before. Oh, and then set. There we go. Okay, so we got a waypoint in here. Is it in the canyons? Now, I don't have to land right on that waypoint by any stretch, but it's nice to have something to kind of aim for. Okay, that seems to work pretty good. Okay, let's close that for now. I also going to get Waypoint Manager. Waypoint Manager. There we are. And we're going to activate that waypoint. There we go. So that's where I want to land right there, and we're not far from it. Oh shoot, I just opened that up. Let's just put that there. Got windows everywhere. So let's time warp. Actually, no, I do want this. This will show me how far off we are. I think we're on the next orbit. I think on the next orbit, we're coming right over those canyons. So this contract, just looking at it here, I have to take a surface sample in the canyons, and that's it. That's all she wrote. All right, so hopefully this trajectory is going to come right. Oh, it's going to have to come over these canyons. It might not be right over this waypoint, but look at that. Oh my gosh, that's like lovely. Okay, don't need this anymore. Tuck that over there. This there. Okay, take time warp off. Again, our waypoint's right here, so that's going to be our landing zone. We'll start our descent around there-ish, so we'll do all the same sort of tricks that we did last time. Do a repeat. But here we'll undock. Okay. Round 2, undock. Okay. On the vessel here. Is it? Oh, I just turned SAS off. Okay. So resource-wise, everything is full except nitrogen and monopropellant, and that's by design. And shielding, but this thing isn't shielded. That's what it is. So should be good. Okay, let's see. How many ignitions do we got on these engines? 49 and 40. Okay, so we're fine that way. Oh yeah, we didn't even use them on the way back, really. Lots of ignitions on these Twitch engines. Okay. And we're going to point ourselves in a prograde direction. There we go. I'm going to use monopropellant to just kind of scoot that way a little bit. That should be good. Again, that's just so that when we go to do our descent, we are not going to be anywhere near the station. Yeah, you do not need that much nitrogen. I'm also, here, let's start this descent and I'll talk about, if you look at some of the older streams, I have had some adventures with nitrogen, because there was a version of Kerbalism where the nitrogen got used up like crazy. Like you would expect that the Kerbals just simply, I don't know what was going on. It wasn't working right. And I think they had fixed that. Where am I going? This is what happens when I talk at the same time. I think they had fixed that. But I got into the habit when that was a problem, the nitrogen was a problem with Kerbalism, I got in the habit of putting on a whole lot of nitrogen. Like tons of nitrogen. And I think that habit is still there, and you don't need it. Like if you I think just the nitrogen that's built into the capsules should be fine. Okay. I'm going to do this descent. And you're right, I only have to do a single EVA. I think I'm pretty happy with that. And like, this is coming right over. Like, I don't think I have to make any adjustments or anything. So this is great. Okay, again, free for the camera so the ground stays below me. Roll it so the blue is up. Whoa, that was just right there. Might as well put this on surface now while I'm thinking about it. Put this on surface. Okay, let's get there. I love seeing that little waypoint though, even though I don't, whoop, the pole did a funky thing. Even though I don't have to actually land at the waypoint, it's so nice to just have something in general that you're aiming for. We're going to be very much in the twilight here. Okay. I'm going to get a little closer. Now this is a long vertical canyon. So, like, anywhere in that canyon is going to be fine. Quick save, thank you. Quick save. Always quick save. And I think the canyon really starts around here. Now, it might be a little wonky in there as terms of the terrain. I could see the terrain being adventurous, can we put it that way? In the base of that canyon. I mean, we do got to get right in there. I guess technically we don't. Like, I could EVA Bob. I don't think I need this no more. And Kerbal Engineer does have my, I'm going lowlands, but it is telling me the biomes above there, so I think I got to get a little further. Yeah, let's not, I can overshoot this. Okay, now it's saying canyons, so why don't I go for this base of this crater? I think so. And really start breaking here. And I'm trying to get into here. Actually, right where that waypoint is might be nicer. It's looking like it's a better... The terrain right here seems okay, doesn't it? Show me the dot. What's my... Altitude's 8 kilometers. I still don't see my dot. Nope. It's coming. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Looking at my horizontal speed and also controlling my... Oh, I see the dot. Okay, right there. Dot's right there. Still in the canyons, according to this biome. So that's all cool. You know, one thing though about taking out all of that monopropellant, maybe I should actually think about what I'm doing here a little bit. So we are rapidly approaching our surface. Still canyons, okay. Put her down. But if I run into the same problem with Delta V, I do not have that monopropellant reserve. So I might not have been smart to do what I did. Shadow. Okay. A little bit rough, but we are in the canyons. We should be again. I've never landed, so we're doing some science. So we'll do that. Let's quick save, given the glitchy stuff that was happening last time. I did not grab one of them there. There's a chunk of moonstone really close. See that right there? Let's see if we'll get Bob out to chip us off a piece. Okay, I did quick save, so I'm going to try the ladder. I have 686 meters per second of DV left. That seems very similar to what I had before. I am so very much confused. Okay, so Bob has to plant a flag in a sec. Let's plant the flag. So this is Twitch 4. Landing 4, likely the last landing. Again, Bob and Michael. Where did all my DV go? It will be a mystery for the times. Oh, I don't even need... Look at... Right, there's my moon rock right there. Oh, let's do an EVA report and a surface sample. Can I do that while I'm moving? You can. He is... Oh, no. You got to actually stop. Last landing at 669 meters remaining on board, so slightly better, but just slightly. There's... I don't understand it. I gotta go back over and really try and figure out why. So I you know, like, it's not surprising that the monopropellant and the nitrogen didn't make that much of a difference, but I'm honestly perplexed. It's almost like, let me get back on the lander. It's almost like, no, there's liquid fuel. It's almost like there's a container here that's just not getting any, but I don't know what. No, and I checked it here and it was full when we left. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, how's Bob doing? Bob's done with those. Okay, let's go see if we can do a little bit of chipping. He has no monopropellant. Because, I'm sure, no, because of the stupid little glitch. I'm wondering if the first landing, actually, I might be starting to think of something. And maybe that's what, I'm noticing a comment about the tug. So did my first landing have a little transfer vehicle under it that this one doesn't have? I think that might have been it. I think my first landing I might have cheated and had the transfer vehicle that brought it to the moon, and I used up what was in it. Oh, I bet you you're right. I bet you that's exactly it. Okay, science. I should be able to do little collect a McJob, right? Pick up moonstone. There we go. Now, I'm not sure if this is biome specific or not or what. We're going to find out. It doesn't matter. I've already done it. Oh, my God. So that was a big waste of time. We're heading home. Heading home. Experiment surface sample. He has the surface sample. It's in there. Right? Let's look at his data. Yeah, surface sample. That's what happened. Okay. So they might need a pickup. Now that I've taken out that monopropellant, they might need that pickup. So that was a mistake. That is what happened. The first landing had a little transfer vehicle on the bottom. I used that during the landing, whatever was left in it. So I cheated the first one. So this is underbuilt, is the moral of the story. I underbuilt it. I really got to go back and look at the stream where I built it and examine my reasoning. Nitrogen reserves are getting low. It bases those reserves, that warning, just on a percentage basis, not on a raw amount, so I'm not worried about that. Okay. I'm noticing this contract's not going green. So what I suspect that has to do with is is it has to get back to Kerbin with Kerbalism, which isn't going to happen. So I'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, I think we're transmitting here. I think we're done with our experiments. Oh, the radiation scan's still running. It's got 3 minutes still to go. Okay, so we'll finish off our radiation scan. So let's. Oh, I just retracted the ladder, and now I'm unretracting it. Okay. Am I going to the south to get back to the station again? I am. Okay. So that's it. This thing is underbuilt. You know, I probably figured out a delta V based on landing from an equatorial orbit, while I should have been thinking about the fact that this is coming down from a polar orbit, and that does make a difference. I've never worked out the numbers part of it, and I probably just assumed it wasn't that big a deal, but that's probably it. Yeah, the polar orbit definitely costs more. Landing from an equatorial prograde orbit is the cheapest option. Everything else costs more. Just like when you are ascending, you know, when you do your launches. It's cheapest to go... sorry, I got some stuff here to do. It's cheapest to launch straight east, and everything else costs more. It's the same thing. Unless you're landing from an orbit that's prograde and equatorial, it's going to cost more. Now, the moon doesn't... This has to do with the moon's rotation. The moon's rotation doesn't rotate that much, so I was just assuming it probably won't be that big a deal. But, you know, I could be wrong. I never did work out numbers, so that might have been a mistake on my part. Okay, we are off. But they may require a pickup this time. Okay, so 266 meters per second. Oh no, we haven't actually circular. We're not in orbit yet. Don't get carried away. Okay, let's delete this thing. We don't need that. Okay. We're not home yet. Transmitting that telemetry report, and then we're done with all the transmitting. The thing is, the truth of the matter is, once you've achieved an orbit, you know, that's the scary part. If you can't achieve an orbit, right now I'm suborbital. If something goes wrong, obviously that's going to end badly for these two. But once you've achieved an orbit, everything else can be worked out. You know, like maybe you have to do something creative or stupid, but you'll work it out. So I'm not worried per se. All right, let's do the insertion here. Lock that on prograde. Actually, started burning a little late. That probably wasn't smart. That definitely wasn't smart. I pushed up my Apple apps is too high. Oh well, whatever. Let's see. We're heading to the station. Set as a target. Alright, so same plan as before. We'll see how this works. We have 42 meters per second left. And this time, of course, we're going to miss by a lot. I mean, you know. Oh, look at the other side, though. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, can we make this work? When I was doing this last stream, I was getting the worst encounters. Now at least, you know, something is going right. I'm getting some pretty happy encounters here. Maybe it's because the relative inclination is so different. That could be. Or not as different as it was last time, because we're spending much less time on the surface. That could be why it's not nearly as hard. Okay, there we go. Got a 300 kilometer separation, or 300 meter separation. Burns 23 meters per second here, 31 meters per second relative speed, so that is 54? Yeah, we're gonna need the RCS. Well, we'll do the best we can. All right. So this burn's coming up. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this first burn with whatever monopropellant. Oh, actually, I should keep an eye on this. Even if we can get close, we can get out with Alec can get out on his ship and catch them, as it were. I do want to leave a little bit left because I can get my brain around it. I do want to leave a little bit of monoprop left for docking. Yeah, I'm very good at getting my Kerbals into trouble and then pulling them back out of it. There is one Kerbal who did die very, very early in this whole series. Warrior King, whom I named a station after. And other than that, it's, you know, okay, now I'm officially knocking on wood. We've not had any other Kerbals die. Valentina came to an end that was very, Kraken end that was very similar to Bob's Krakeny ending there, where she got spaghettified. And it was another situation where I threw it to the chat, and the chat said to keep her. So the chat's very generous to Kerbals. They feel bad for them. Bob owes his life to the chat, and so does Valentina. Okay, I upped the thrust limiter. I did. Get myself closer. Lock that onto prograde. Take a look at our close approach indicators. And again, I gotta remember not to bring this right down to 0. We still have to dock. So yeah, this is a sketchy lander. Badly designed lander. These people are very, very mad at the engineers back at the KSC, and for good reason. Okay, let's see. Yeah, oh, this is gonna be fine. I am keeping an eye on the bar over here, but I'm also looking at my maneuver. I might be doing the velocity killing, if I can. Let's just get this done. There, 400 meter separation coming up in 28 minutes. And our relative velocity at the encounter is 31 meters per second, and I still got 43 meters per second of, for realsies, Delta V with monoprop in reserve, so I think I got it. I think we're pulling this one out of the fire too. I think my stingy engineering, I was cutting things a little bit too close to the mark, but I think I'm going to get away with it. Oh, we got a total eclipse. A solar eclipse happening on Kerbin. I guess it's only total if you're right on that little black circle. Though, I mean, the moon casts a mighty big shadow on Kerbin, so I'm sure there are a lot of people of the Kerbal Nation enjoying a total. But then again, they get them every 6 days, so maybe it gets less and less exciting. It's not as great a thing as it is for us. Okay, where are we at? We're about 7 minutes away. 4, 5, 4, 3. Oh, whoa. There we go. Timer did something funky. Put that on target. Trying to bring this down a little bit. Still keeping an eye on that monoprop. I might be getting close to being done. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Okay. No more. Monoprop is now just for docking from here on in. So we'll turn that down again. RCS off. Did I ever get around to using modded nuclear reactors? Not in this game. Unfortunately, no. I've never got far enough down the tech tree. My science progression, and I have... I think I've identified why my science progression was so slow in this game, but of course that doesn't help in this particular save. But of course that doesn't help things right now. And so I think if I were to ever do this exactly the same way again, I would definitely... I have some things that I think would get me going down the science or up the tech tree faster. But no, I really... No, I never got to the nuclear reactors. Now that being said, I do have, and it is a really old Let's Play on my channel, where I did play quite a lot with nuclear reactors. They are a ton of fun. And very useful, too. Okay, so all we got to do is kill off our velocity, our relative velocity. Our relative velocity with the target is 22 meters per second. Still got 38 meters per second left in the can, so we really should be good. So now I'm actually using proper LFO engines here. Monoprop is now going to be for docking, and docking only. Alright, so let's pop over to the station. We are coming from over there. So we are going to dock on this one. Not close enough yet to set the target, but that's okay. All right. Well, some adventures with the lander, but honestly, overall, I'm pretty pleased. Bob's got his surface sample from the canyons. If this doesn't end up satisfying when I bring them back to Kerbin, I'm just going to use the console menu to give me that contract. Because as far as I'm concerned, I did all this, so it might be just that the Kerbalism science is messing up the contract and it's just not seeing it, which is fine, but I'm still going to give myself the contract if that's what ends up happening. Hello, Red Pulse. I'm glad you popped in to say hi. And Serenicu, it's no problem being late. Is this Let's Play ending soon? Asked Natalie. The plan, when I, and next week now that I'm at this point in this, I can say next stream is definitely, I'm going to be starting that Ike build. So that's going to be the plan for the next stream. I'm going to do the build, head out to Ike, land on Ike, do whatever I can on Ike, get those Kerbals back home. That will end this Let's Play. And I'm thinking that as far as timing goes, and you know, because KSP 2 is coming out, you know, later part of February, and by that I want to be completely clear and just put my energy into KSP 2. Now, might I be returning to KSP 1? Probably, but I want to get a taste of KSP 2, see what it's like in its early release, and kind of put my energy there. And I think cleaning up other things before that would be a good plan. So that's going to be the plan. So the plan is going to be finishing this off. Probably, my guess would be like 3 more streams, maybe 2 more streams. 2 or 3 more streams. I also want to do my Eve landing and return in my stock series. Some people might be aware of that as well. Okay, that is good. We are done there. Control from here. Where is my... Where's the... my blind? Oh, I haven't set that as a target yet. There we go. Spinning all around. There we are. Oh, no, no. We have to be right side up. This way. So, I mean, we are pretty close. I should stop monkeying about. This way. So that's sort of the plan. Land on Ike, come back. Land on Eve, come back. In the other live series, I'll be getting in probably 4 more of those tutorials would be my guess. There's one coming out this Monday, but after that, my guess is 4 more. And then... uh-oh, hit map view. Ah, no, 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 no. Am I there? I'm there. I hit M instead of N at one point, and that was that. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to, let's get this done. So I'm hoping with all of that to be free and clear by the time KSP2 comes around. That's my plan. We are sciencing, transferring our data here. I want to make sure that data is here. Boom, boom, boom. 3 surface samples. We are going to transfer our crew over there. So, Mr. Alec P. Kerman, who I think is in here. Yep. Mr. Michael, or actually it's Miss Michael Kerman. In there as well. And Mr. Bob Kerman. Okay, and we're going to do a very quick looky-loo. I'm going to close that contract window for now. I'm considering that contract done. I don't care. Okay, we're going to make sure that our Nerve 1 here is completely, fully, and ready to head on in. So the Nerve 1 is vessel 15 here. So we're just gonna, didn't take much. Top up. I did top it up between the streams, but you know, Alec was probably eating some snacks while we were doing we were mucking about on the surface of the moon. Okay, all the liquid fuel is there. Nitrogen, the pomegranate capsule, and these extra cans. That's fine. Oh, it doesn't have oxidizer. Because it's a nuclear engine. Oxygen. Lots of little oxygen tanks to fill up. Monopropellant, that's all full, and water. Nerve of Alec drinking while we were away. Okay, that's it. So these guys are all ready to go. They got everything they need. There we go. Looked very weird there first. Why? Never mind. Heading back to the station, and actually it's not even a bad ejection like you always want from a polar orbit. If your orbit is in the same plane as the direction that, more properly actually, the direction that the moon is going along in its orbit should be in the same plane as your polar orbit. That's your right time to leave and come into that orbit, but we're pretty close to that, so I think we're going to be okay. So we're coming around this way, so probably the burn around here. We'll probably, oh wait, why am I doing this? Dope. Undock. The station's not going. Oh wait, I want to take this big chunk of stuff with us. That's right. We're gonna take this thing with us. This adapter. We're disposing of unnecessary stuff. So we're taking this big adapter with us. We're gonna burn that up in the atmosphere. Because burning things is fun. Okay, where are we at? We're going to get this. I want to get these guys on their way back. We're not going to get home this stream, like I said. Like I said, I will be doing that piece of it. Just going to time warp a little bit, and we'll clear the station. Don't know why the station's orbit's still yellow when I don't have it selected, but I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to get ourselves going in that direction, and then I think I'm looking at bringing this stream to a close. And like I said, I'll bring these folks down to the surface between the two streams. You've seen me do that before. In fact, I did it not that long ago. But we're going to start by doing a bit of an avoidance maneuver once I know where the station is, so I know I'm actually avoiding it. Okay. And there we are. Oh, wait, what the? ARM1 probe. Oh, this thing's called OHC station. Really? Okay, I'm not going to. Do I have to rename you? I am now ARM1 probe. How did that happen? I am the Nerve 1-SN1. How dare you call me the ARM1 probe? And I am a ship. Gosh darn it. Okay. So that is this one. That was weird. Okay. I know what I'm doing here. We're going to line up our solar panels, and while that's being performed, I will plan our ejection back out of here. We're going roughly this direction. That's probably a little bit. Is it about? And we're going to be doing some aero braking. And I find 45 kilometers for this vessel seems to work well for aero braking it. So sort of get this. Yeah, I need to have obviously more prograde. I mean, what is it? 280, isn't it, to get out of? I should know these things. And our target is, to be honest, the WKMS space station right there, the Warrior King Memorial Space Station. We were talking about that Kerbal earlier, so I do want to keep this inclination relatively low. And now I've lost track of what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I want to select that maneuver. There we go. So about 45 kilometers in your periapsis there. What's our relative inclination? Oh, it's the relative inclination's pretty good, even though I haven't really tweaked this too much yet. Let's see if play with the timing to get the relative inclination as small as I can. You know, honestly, what I think sometimes works better, I'm thinking about it, is to keep the inclination out, to keep one of the nodes out here, even though that's a bigger inclination, but then I can zero it way out here when I'm still moving pretty slowly. That's probably a better plan. All right, what's my periapsis at? 81 kilometers, so we shall just a little bit more prograde. Get that to 45. There we go. I'm calling that. So we're going to do this burn. We'll make an inclination change here to zero out the inclination, and then it'll be a bunch of aero braking down into the station. Activating that engine would be a good idea. Deleting that would be a good idea. For some reason, it's still convinced I can't. Thinks I have no delta V for some reason. Very weird. I'm noticing no delta V here. I have how many ignitions? 18 ignitions? I remember Alec fixing this. I don't know why this is convinced there's no burn, but I'm gonna go. We're gonna go. No, it should all be good. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. And they have their science aboard. That's what's the most important. Yes, they do. We're going to use our X-Man script. So this thing winds itself around. I hope it's going to start okay, because according to the game, I don't have the fuel for this, though I know that I do. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully KOS will be convinced I have the fuel. Weird. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh. Why is it starting to burn when it is? Okay, this is an adventure. Can't end simply. Something weird's going on here. Maybe this... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted that start burn time in, because it clearly wasn't even looking at this engine. I think KOS knows what it's doing. I think I know what happened there. So we're on our way back to Kerbin. I'll tell you what. I will make sure that that this does end in an appropriate trajectory. But I think I know what happened. I think this was all messed up, but I was using this start burn in as my guide as when to stop my time warping. But I shouldn't have trusted this at all, because it was clearly messed up. But I think Kerbal Engineer started the burn. Not Kerbal Engineer. My X-Man script, I think, did start the burn correctly. We'll see once we're done. Everything looks okay. That was funny. See when it ends? See, see, trust automation. There you go. Automation knows what it's doing. We're all good. This is just messed up. Why it's convinced that, why it thinks I have no fuel, I don't know, but here, we'll just know a little low on our periapsis, but that's easy to rectify with a little RCS. There we go. That is that. Run our alignment script. But these folks are now on their way. There. These folks are now on their way back to Kerbin. I will get them down to the surface between now and between our next stream. I don't see any reason why, even though we're in the holiday season, I think I'm still going to be able, I'm going to be free on next Thursday. If I'm not free next Thursday because of family commitments or the whatnot, I will let everybody know. But in the meantime, I'm going to thank everybody in the chat. I'm going to thank everybody watching this at a later date. I'm going to extend an extra special thank you to all of my Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Join me next week. We will be starting that Ike mission and polishing off this series. So thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic holiday season, and we will see you all next Thursday. Bye.